The State Minister for Youth and Children Affairs, Dr. Balaam Barugahara Ateenyi, has called on authorities and the general community in Kabale District to devise practical measures against early marriages. Barugahara made this appeal while presiding over the Day of the African Child celebrations at National Teachers College, Kabale. Barugahara emphasized that it is a collective responsibility to ensure the well-being and future success of Ugandan children.
So let us say no to early child pregnancies and forced marriages, because our children we don't have land, so we get these girls, we call them our property, our children, and we are giving them to Bahima in Tungamo to marry them, and they give you one goat and one cow, of which the cow will even die when it reaches the hill, because it is not used to the altitude. So those cows don't even live longer, but you sacrifice your child. For wealth, in the Teso, in my Kamuli, for them they are selling them for a level of dry cassava and maybe one goat. Sometimes you find even the goats are sick, they are not treated. Why would you give your child for a goat? Parents and leaders, let us sensitize the community and say no to early child marriages, even to defilement cases. The defiler said yesterday, corruption, no bail. Defiler, no bail. Murderers, no bail. Aggravated robbery, no bail. He said it and is going to communicate it. He has agreed with the Chief Justice that they should not allow such people to be bailed. Because you bail them, they come out, they will go and steal, and then they refer the person who has stood for them. And then they commit another crime. So crime after crime. Then, a quick saying about the sick kids. The president requested me to ask all of you, the young children, that let us be patriotic. Let's love our
The Kabale District Probation Officer Unikam Homza reported over 1,300 cases of teenage pregnancies in the past year. These include incidents involving 4 15-year-old girls. The officer highlighted that 2.3% of children in Kabale are unable to complete their education, despite the provision of universal primary and secondary education. Of those who drop out, 75% are males, many of whom fall into criminal activities and other related social issues.
And we mitigate against school dropout, we mitigate against teenage pregnancies, we mitigate against child marriages. It is quite a shame that by the time we close this year since 1st July 2023 up to date, we have registered over 1,300 teenage pregnancies, and painfully among these we have 4 who are 15 years. You imagine a mother of 15 years. It is quite challenging. We are losing out on the lives of these young people who would otherwise be very, very responsible and making serious contributions to the development of this nation.
Thank you for coming. During the same function, Barugahara raised concerns over the prolonged detention of child offenders in Kabale Remand Home without trial, particularly those with serious health conditions like HIV/AIDS.
Minister and the residence judge, let us do speedy trial for those children. There are a total of 59 boys and 3 girls. But one of the girls has been asset-extended, so she has been referred back. And that takes me back to the complaint raised by RDC. Actually, it was the register who said people cross from Rwanda come here and they are doing danger to our children. One of the girls, she's very cunning, good English, good everything, but she had gone to breastfeeder to poison the rest of the children. She mixed soap and poured in sauce for them to eat and die. So let us be careful with the kind of children we are having. Even in a cell, that child can influence. So let us be careful. However, my first request to the resident judge and the registrar and the team here, let us do speedy trial for those HIV victims who are under 18, so that they can be taken for better treatment. One of them is coughing, too skinny, too bony, another one has rash all over, another, so the infection can even happen there. If he has a bad heart, he can easily press blood off anywhere, put on his friend's place. By the time they finish that jail sentence, half of that cell can be sick because they are staying in the same dormitory. They are eating in the same area. They play together, they live together, and they are juveniles, they are young kids who don't know what they are doing. There was a girl of 12, and her crime is she committed murder.
Our chief guest, we came late with my team of security. We are in a district security committee meeting. One of the critical issues we are discussing are children who are mistakenly sent in government detention, prison, who are young, and others who are old, because they are real criminals. They have just small body. They just maintain we are 15, we are 16, we are 15. Here they are killing people, they are raping women, they are doing all sorts of criminalities. So it's a very big concern if we are to address the current security wave, which has not only hit Kampala, but has also hit Kabale where we are right now, and I believe even in other areas. So I don't want to take much of your time, but as we mark the Day of African Child, we should really focus on issues that will enhance the betterment of the African child in the future.
Ruth Ndiabahika, the founder of Grace Virag, the lead organizer of this year's celebrations in Kabale, noted that NGOs engaged in rescuing children should be supported by the government to improve the welfare of vulnerable children.
Allow me to use this opportunity to ask, what sort of interventions can be put in place for people, CSIs like us? Can there be a policy intervention from the government where children who are from established and licensed organizations and homes can get bursaries and discounts from government schools and universities? It sounds big, but I believe it's possible. We as Graceville and many of the people here today send our kids to government schools, and they go on to universities like Makerere and Mbarara, and we still pay 100% tuition. We never get any discounts. So today we ask, I'm not asking for handouts, a discount in some way such that the government purposes to allocate money to schools and to education institutions, the way they give money to education institutes. Please consider funding people like us. In this respect, I guess one of some of our biggest barriers are raising funds, like I said, for school fees, to children going hungry in school, as you saw in, I think, 2 of the skits and in one of the plays, which shows that children really feel that hunger when they're in school. And I have to mention this one. You know, there are many, I'll mention only 2.
Lack of school fees. Whenever I am sent for school fees, I feel like my world is turning upside down. Many of us walk long distances to school, sometimes on dangerous paths to get to school. Others have to study on an empty stomach from morning to evening. We lack basic learning materials like a book, even a pencil. And if we don't have these things, we are chased out of our classrooms.
The Day of the African Child was instituted in 1991 by the Assembly of the Heads of State of Government of the OAU in memory of the June 16, 1976 student uprising in Soweto, South Africa. During the protest, hundreds of schoolchildren were killed while marching against poor quality education and demanding to be taught in their languages. The Day of the African Child commemorates these children and their brave actions to defend their rights. It also serves to celebrate the African children and inspire reflection and action towards addressing the daily challenges they face. The Day of the African Child is celebrated annually on June 16th. This year's celebration was organized under the theme Education for All Children in Africa. The time is now.
Viva! Viva Ebenezer Christian Center. Viva! Viva! Which school is this? Child Africa, viva!